It had been 11 years of pain, agony, disappointment, and sadness. Hearts of Oak had come close to a Ghana Premier League title on several occasions. However, the title that was once a birthright was proven to become more elusive than ever. The 2019-2020 season was cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. News that Hearts of Oak fans embraced because performances were once again below par. The Phobians lost their two strikers who represented a beacon of hope, with Joseph Esso joining Dreams FC and Kofi Koji moving to Qatar. There was renewed hope at the start of the new season because in the history of the Ghana Premier League, Hearts of Oak had never gone 9 seasons without a league title. The 2020-2021 season was do or die for the Phobians, who were desperate for triumph. The renewed hope quickly vanished into thin air during pre-season as familiar ghosts revisited. Hearts of Oak appointed a new head coach and technical director Carlos Manuel Vaz Pinto, who left the club with immediate effect 7 days after his announcement. The Portuguese left the shores of Ghana to his country after disagreements with the club's board of directors over who his assistant coach should be. Vaz Pinto was against the board of directors' decision to make Edward Odum the assistant coach. Odum had been the Phobians' stopgap coach since December 2019 following the sacking of Kim Grant. With 2 weeks left to the new season, Odum assumed the role of interim manager and was set to lead the team in their title charge. Hearts of Oak's woes were compounded after a number of players tested positive for COVID-19. As a result, their first game against the Diana Stars was postponed. Hearts of Oak eventually started the season a week later with a midweek game against a strong Ash Gold side.
Hearts of Oak kickstarting their Premier League campaign this season with this game against Obuasi Ashanti Gold here. After that game against Diana Stars was called off because of COVID concerns. Gave this ball to Amos, who gave it away. And Daniel Barnier did well to follow up. Some comical defending at this stage.
It was a bad pass.
And it's a gift to Obin Jr.
It was a bad pass by the captain. But Barnier wasn't giving up on it. He was chasing it.
And once Yawano popped up here, Hans Kofi was lurking and he got that equalizer for Ashanti Gold.
Yeah, that was a lovely goal. When you take a look at the shape of the Accra Asofo back line, all the 4 defenders were in.
But here is Larry Somaila. He skips past Amuzu and Razak. Delicate cross onto the head of Obin Jr. and that's Hearts of Oak second.
Yeah, and that was a lovely goal. It was the best we saw tonight.
And Kofi Nkrumah's cross onto the head of Hans Kofi, and the Miners are back in business. 2-2.
Yeah, credit to them. They didn't give up.
2 points dropped after going ahead twice, but Odum was left frustrated after his side's missed opportunities during the game.
I'm very disappointed about the result because this game is not a game of draw. We should have killed this game in the first half, even in the second half. We created all the chances in the game. But I think lack of small concentration disturbed us. But I'm very disappointed.
The Phobians had an opportunity to make amends against Inter-Allies, but once again dropped points after conceding a potential goal of the season from Richmond Lamptey.
Difficult for attackers to get on the end of it because the least contact with the goalkeeper is a foul.
Awesome! Brilliant goal! Inter-Allies have broken the deadlock. Richmond Lamptey from...
That is a bullet of a shot out of nowhere, totally against the run of play. Answers to this. This is a world-class finish. It's a belter. Stupendous.
After failing to pick a win in their first 2 games, the Accra-based club acted fast, appointing Costa Papic, a coach who helped them to their last league triumph. Papic was in the stands for the game against Karela. The initial problems were once again evident as Hearts failed to convert their chances.
Answer's delivery. Good save from Yawansan. Wins the ball at the expense of Shaibu. Gets in the box. Can he go past Kojade? Michel Sapon! Answer's corner. That was been Junior. Goes past the champion. Sends the cross. Patrick Razak. Oh!
Up next was a tricky tie against Dreams FC. It was the first game for Costa Papic in his second spell, and a good start was needed to help settle nerves.
Issa Razak goes past Issa. Patrick Razak. Obin Jr. So that's Manaf bends it inside. Obin Jr. That's the second goal for Hatzabok. Michel Sapon has his name on the score sheet. Obin gets into the box, sends across. Patrick Razak was lurking and waiting. Afutu gets ahead and is a third goal for Hatzabok. Michel Sapon. He gets the praise and the third for Hatzabok.
3 goals, 3 points, the perfect start to a new era.
The second half is a little bit different than what I'm expecting. You know, we are struggling to organize ourselves on the way how I want. But at least we get a 3 point, which is very important. The things is coming right. And the players getting the confidence. They are leading 2-0 and they are start to shaking, which is, they don't have that winning mentality yet.
Hearts of Oak went on to pick 3 victories in their next 5 games, winning against King Faisal away, Bechem United and 11 Wonders at home. The victory against Bechem United was particularly impressive as Hearts of Oak dominated, putting 6 past the league leaders at that time.
Up against the Capital Club as Hearts of Oak seek to continue in the way they left the season before the break. Seas over Green Stalkings and the Phobians are in their usual rainbow. The Hunters from Bechem United. That's the second goal for Hatzabok. At this stage, they can afford all of this. They know victory is certain. It's a third goal for Hatzabok.
...2021 had started on a good note for Hearts, as the win against Bechem moved them up to second place in the table. Bechem also losing meant there was no unbeaten team left in the Ghana Premier League. The Phobians failed to capitalize on the big victory and dropped 10 points in their next 5 games. Winless in 4 games, Hearts of Oak confirmed they had parted ways with Costa Papic. According to a statement by the Phobians, the separation was partly due to a run of poor performances. Accra Hearts of Oak have parted company with head coach Kostadin Papic and goalkeepers trainer Ben Owu. The coach in his resignation letter stated, "My reasons are partly personal, also for the fact that I am not getting the desired and needed results, and I have no hope that is going to change." The club and Kostadin Papic have both acknowledged the recent results and performances have not met expectations and agreed on the need for new technical leadership. The club would like to thank Papic and Ben for their time at Hearts of Oak and wish them success in their future endeavours. Costa Papic's exit sparked a chain effect which saw Asari Bediako, the assistant coach, and Benowu, the goalkeeper's coach, also resign. 11th placed, no technical coaches. The season looked dire with any hopes of a 21st league title fading away. 0 chance. The media gave Hearts of Oak as they found themselves in a position where they were closer to the relegation zone than the league leaders. Fans of the Continental Masters took their frustrations to the club secretariat.
Nobody work here again. He would laugh at the wrong man for his when she had the yet we pass no more uniform yard in what it is on 115. How much to you? Render the more here. Was this back on more here? I don't know. Yabu Salam. Chapter 9, come sending in They are sitting there doing nothing. They be winning them. So, Kazman FC, your friend said, Kazman FM, so they should come to Accra and come and tell us, support Omunyadi. Then they should walk out. Rubbish.
The club had to react and arrange a press conference to clear the air on the Papich situation. Captain Fatau Mohamed addressed the fans explaining what went wrong during the second era of the Serbian coach.
The boys said, on behalf of the playing body and then the technical team, so what the boys said about the favoritism is that some feel that they are ready to play the matches that they were not able to get the chance to play, and some feel that injured players was out of the scene. Then when they return back, they get to the team easily. So some thought that they working hard doesn't get respond back or doesn't get the award. That because if I'm 100% fit, then maybe someone has got injured for about 1 month or 2 months out of training, then the person resume back maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, then the person enter into a first 11, which some of us wasn't clear.
Despite the struggles, the board of Hartlepool placed their trust in youth coach Samuel Ninoy, who helped steady the sinking ship. Ninoy picked up 2 crucial victories against the Busia Dwarfs and Liberty Professionals to help Hartlepool climb into the top half of the table.
Punish them. Opin Junior, here is Manaf. That's the goal! The Phobians.
Them thanking the goal scorer Isaac Mensah, who lived off the bench to replace Patrick Razak. It's that build up, that ball into Manaf. Tried to go past his man, he couldn't, but on the turn. Goalkeeper lost his foot in there because he was wrong-footed with the strike. It was a good one on the turn. Into the back of the net for Hartlepool. And deep into stoppage time. The Phobians.
His mouth, yes. An exciting 5-goal thriller has finally come to an end with Asabok. But Asabok, good to be back to winning ways.
Midweek action, and together with Jude Achampong, we'll be walking you through what is expected to be nothing but fireworks.
Let's see if he can break that result here.
Radio Vuka with a drive from Logan there. It's the goal.
Well, Prince, it was coming. In fact, the moment someone made that change, bringing on Benjamin Efutu, House of Folk started busting up the midfield.
The Phobians picked form at the right time ahead of the first super clash of the season. Over 120,000 eyeballs watched the game via Star Times as both sets of goalkeepers shone brightest.
An absolutely compelling fixture here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's the biggest rivalry in Ghana football. It's a fixture everybody has been looking forward to, and it doesn't come any better when these two teams are trying to find their rhythm in the wake of their own controversial circumstances within their camp. Mass resignation sitting out Sabok, going 4 games without a win. They got a stopgap coach who has steered them to 2 wins in a row. Kotoko exited Africa, shifted their focus in the Premier League, got their game against Bechem United rained up.
What it means to them. And we'll find out today if all the trouble that has happened with Hartlepool would be any
up front, and Fabio Gama steps in to replace.
Problematic for Kotoko's very
clash. Hartlepool away to Kotoko in their own territory. Salomia bless whistles. Game underway. Welcome. This is Star Times at the Pat Channel 247. It's a super clash. Kotoko, Hartlepool. Here is Sak. Enterprising left back. He finds Fabio Gama. This is Asante Kotoko. Kwame Poku goes down in the box. Penalty. And Nuru Sule will be asking questions of the Bless. That's whistles. Kwame Poku. Poku! Nope. Goalkeeper Richard Atta grabs it. Here is Fatah Mohamed. Switches one inside. Abalora comes forward. It's a penalty.
That touch is the outstretched leg of Razak Abalora that catches the striker. There you see it there. Referee points to the spot. I think
he steps forward. Abalora saves. Abalora has saved the penalty. Whistle to his mouth is blown. It is over. Hartlepool and Kotoko. Highly entertaining game We didn't get any goals, 2 missed penalties, clear-cut goal scoring opportunities flapped, and in the end, it's Kotoko nil, Hartlepool nil, in the Super Clash at the Accra Sports Stadium.
0-0 it ended. The first round of the league season had come to a conclusion. What looked like a disastrous season for Hearts was shaping out to be a positive one, with the Phobians just 4 points behind Karela United, who led the table. Hearts of Oak spent the 1 month break beefing up their technical and playing department. Samuel Boadu and Hamza Obin were appointed as head coach and assistant respectively. In terms of player recruitment, Hearts of Oak brought Salifu Ibrahim from 11 Wonders and Caleb Amankwa, who was a free agent. These 4 recruitments helped transform Hearts of Oak in the second round, with Boadu's side looking an entirely different team.
Madam Wase, say many opportunity na mbeka di actually has board members and essential for mocha mwashia wazi manage say has for nya odo say me na me prayer meet me aboa omutim no na me so manage say me no mutu su me na me target ne say because me talent ne gutame no it means house folk and be boa me talent no etima akosoro ti manage say my journey house folk.
For Boadu, he admitted coaching Hearts of Oak was simply an opportunity he couldn't miss out on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use this opportunity to thank the President and the Board of House of Oak to let me be part of this beautiful family. I would like to say, may God bless them, because I was looking for this opportunity for quite long. And this is the time for me to be part of Phobia family. And I'm so proud of myself to be a head coach of Phobia. And what I would like to say, I'll bring out my best. I'll bring my heart out to work extra for the House of Folk. Thank you very much.
In Boadu's first game, Hearts looked impressive in a 4-0 victory over Wafa as they won riots with 4 different goal scorers on the day.
From Sogakope, the West Africa Football Academy, they returned to winning ways last week when they beat league leaders Karela by 3-1 coming from a goal down, and Hearts of Oak also drew blank against Asante Kotoko last weekend.
But once it's this slow, the trouble's nobody.
Isaac Mensah, now Foto, and here is Ovuka, cut back, beautiful goal. Patrick Razak has made it 1-0. Textbook, here is it now. Victor Edu enters the box, cuts in, sets up, Mensah! As a second for the Phobians. Isaac Mensah, after that penalty, now is blocked by Wafa. Fatal's cross in, Radio Vuka! Absolutely amazing, magnificent strike from Radio Vuka. This is stupendous. He finds Ovuka. He's up against Samed. This should be the 4th. He makes it 4. It's Michel Sapon who makes it 4 for the Phobians.
After thumping Wafa, Hearts experienced a mini slump as they lost 2 of their next 4 games to Ashanti Gold and Dreams FC.
A disappointing outing today for your side. Can you briefly sum up, from your perspective, the game for us?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate that we have lost this game by 2 goals down. That's my worry, but it's a game. It's a game. Then we have to take it like that, because there are 3 things in the game: either draw, win or lose. But we have lost this game. We are going back home to correct the mistake that we made to concede these goals.
That defeat on match day 22 against Dreams FC was the last time Hearts of Oak tasted defeat. The Phobians have since gone 11 games unbeaten in that period, scoring 16 and conceding just 4 goals. Since Samuel Boadu took over as head coach of Hearts of Oak, they've trailed for just 46 minutes in 16 games, the lowest by any side during that spell. During that time, Hearts of Oak became the first side to win 5 consecutive games in the league this season, beating Ken Faisal, Bechem United, Elmina Sharks, 11 Wonders, and Brecum Chelsea. The victory away against Bechem United was their first ever, a historic moment marked by a well-taken goal by their new acquisition Salifu Ibrahim.
Yeah, they come out of the dressing room all looking hale and hearty. Bechem United in their home colours of the lemon green, Accra Hearts of Oak are sporting their usual rainbow colours. Manaf. This is good for Accra Hearts of Oak. It's Salifu Ibrahim running down the line, sends in the cross with the left shot, into the net he goes. His unfavourite right foot, and Salifu Ibrahim breaks the deadlock.
Well, his first goal for Accra Hearts of Oak. What a goal. Look at him with that pace. The first touch was excellent. And the final pass, the final shot at goal. Oh, what a goal. Look at him. In full confidence and with the right foot. Oh, such placement. Brilliant, brilliant goal. All over here. It has ended Hearts of Oak 1, Bechem United 0 here at the Nafo Abua Park. The home invincibility has been broken. Hearts have conquered. Bechem United 0, Hearts of Oak 1.
It was Olympics who disrupted Hearts of Oak's winning streak. In the first round, the Phobians were no match for their rival.
Bullet whistles. Awaku steps forward. There he goes. Awesome! Magnificent! Clarkson Awaku makes it 1-0 for Great Olympics. Oh my goodness! What a goal!
Just feel the place.
Goes in with a left-footed cross to his brother. Another second. Maxwell Abe makes it 2 for Great Olympics. If Awaku's goal was better, then this one is simply fantastic.
What a magnificent hit that was.
With the chance to stretch their lead at the top and get revenge on their rivals, Hearts of Oak missed out as a late equalizer by Maxwell Abekwe ensured both sides shared the spoils.
Salifu's corner. Goalkeeper Ben Asari gets it away. And it's a belter of a goal. Emmanuel Nete. Stupendous. This is magnificent. What a bullet of a strike from Emmanuel Nete. Hudson gets the cross in. Header in. Maxwell. Great Olympics. Abekwe has brought Olympics back into business. His 8th of the season.
But you can see there's chances that they squandered. We need to improve upon it. That's the reason why we are there. So when you go back, we're going to correct the mistakes, then we improve upon it.
Boadu asked for his side to be more ruthless in front of goal, and his side responded in the next game, beating fellow title rivals Mediama 2-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium. At this point, both Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko were tied on points and were set to meet on match day 31. But before that, both sides had very tricky ties, with Kotoko hosting Karela United as Hearts of Oak played against Legon City. Kotoko played earlier in the day and picked a hard-fought victory over a determined Karela side. It was the turn of Hearts of Oak at the Accra Sports Stadium. 3 points were needed to go back level on points with Kotoko. Hearts edged it out against Legon Cities and had to dig deep in the end.
Ball onto the part of Daniel Barnier. Oh, beautiful work. Pass. Mensa Barnier. Brilliant. Kajabi Jr. His 9th goal of the season.
The stage was set with the 2 biggest clubs in the country level on points and facing each other with just 4 more games to play in the league. There was extra incentive, as whoever picked up a win got an extra edge because of the use of head-to-head in the Ghana Premier League.
Side in the second half, again a dink from Salifu looking for Barnier. That's the opener. Daniel Barnier.
Abanye. And down the channels. It's over. Accra Hearts of Oak have taken a 3-point lead.
And it's a glorious Accra Hearts of Oak 1, Asante Kotoko 0.
The elusive league title was so close now. Heart of Oak fans could feel it, but Boadu only asked for calm.
No, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. But we do respect all the premier clubs that we take match after match. We are finished with this match, and we believe that the subsequent matches we take it one by one.
And the fans were saying that anyone who wins this game are potential winners of the Ghana Premier League. It's now in your court, right?
No, not really yet. Not yet. We have to fight extra. We have to fight hard to get all the 3 matches 9 points.
Hearts needed 2 more victories from their last 3 games to be crowned league champions. In the end, 2 draws was enough because Asante Kotoko only picked up 1 point for their next 2 games. The league might have been won against Liberty, but the comeback against Abusia Drafts at Cape Coast set the tone.
Hearts of Oak playing against Liberty. Fatal's ball in. Abin Junior! That's the equalizer! Kwajo Abin Junior! Equalizes for the Phobians! Wonderful display from the Phobians!
All the hard work boiled down to one game. Hearts of Oak just had to beat Liberty at home to be crowned league champions. Kotoko failed to do their part as a draw was enough to see Samuel Boadu and his team crowned champions.
We will be with you between now and the next 90 minutes here at the Accra Sports Stadium. But Liberty, it's survival. So it could be a coronation, it could be a wake, depending upon what team you support. But for Hearts of Oak, for the kind of season they've had, they wouldn't have a better chance than in front of their own fans to clinch it. It's been a long wait. Coaches have come and gone, expatriate coaches from Europe, Asia, but over the last 10 years, none have been able to win the Premier League for the Phobians. So the players emerge out of the tunnel to a rapturous roar from the Phobian faithfuls here. Delivers. Oh, what a goal! Daniel Abanye! What a goal! Good delivery from Salifu.
It had been coming, but Heart of Oak persevered in a very difficult season and defied all odds to be crowned champions. The record of Hearts never going beyond 8 seasons without a league title had been maintained, making it a season to remember.
By this man, Samuel Boadu, he has ensured that Hearts of Oak are champions for the first time in Ghana in the last 12 years. An incredible achievement by Samuel Boadu. It's really a dream come true for the Phobians. They've waited long for this. So in the second round of the season, no team in the Ghana Premier League played better, consistently, were more resolute, were more disciplined than Samuel Boadu's Hearts of Oak. And it's credit to the players, because it's never easy when there's a change in manager. But once the manager walked through the door, all of them came to the same page. They believed in his ideas, they believed in his style, and in the end, it has led them to what will be remembered as one of the most successful seasons for Hearts of Oak in their recent history. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Samuel Boadu has delivered the league title for Accra Hearts of Oak for the first time since 2009.